Imagine stealing a Nazi vehicle and then driving up to them waving, and they're so stunned that they don't even know what to do. I am Mandatory Fun Day. This is Foregone Friday. That man is Canadian Leo Major, and this is his story. One man, one rifle, one city. In 1945, a single Canadian soldier named Leo Major did something so insane it sounds like a Hollywood war movie. Except it actually happened. This is the story of Leo Major, the one-eyed soldier who refused to die, refused to retreat, and single-handedly liberated a Dutch city from Nazi control. But before we dive into his legendary feat, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Leo Major was born on January 23, 1921 in New Bedford, Massachusetts, but his family soon moved to Montreal, Canada. He grew up in a working-class French-Canadian household during the tough years of the Great Depression. Life was hard, but so was Leo. Raised by a strict father, he developed an independent and a rebellious streak early on. By 1940, at just 19 years old, Leo enlisted in the Canadian Army, joining the Regiment de la Chaudière, a French-Canadian infantry regiment. He wasn't just another recruit, he had the makings of an elite soldier. But no one, not even Leo, could have predicted just how far his story would go. Leo Major's military career took off with a bang, literally. He landed on Juno Beach on D-Day, June 6, 1944, one of the bloodiest battles of the war. Most soldiers would have been content just surviving the chaos. Not Leo. Shortly after landing, he encountered his first real test, a Nazi patrol. Instead of calling for backup or engaging in a firefight, Leo did something straight out of an action movie. He ambushed them alone, killed 4 German soldiers, and took the rest prisoner, all by himself. This was just the beginning. Not long after, Leo was on a reconnaissance mission when he ran into an SS unit. A brutal firefight broke out, and during the chaos, a phosphorus grenade exploded near his face. The blast left him half blind in his right eye. For most soldiers, this would mean a ticket home. But not for Leo. He just shrugged it off and refused to be sent back to Canada.
They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here!
He convinced the medics that since his left eye still worked, he could still aim his rifle. The man literally chose to keep fighting half blind. Having spent almost a decade and a half in the United States military, I can tell you I have met people like this. And they're nuts. They're really cool. You just don't want to get on their bad side.
You don't want to sitting around the house tonight because we're going to get drunk and break shit. So
now let's talk about the moment that made Leo Major a legend. April 3rd, 1945. The Netherlands was still occupied by the Nazis, and the city of Zwolle, probably said that wrong, but it's okay, was heavily fortified. The Canadian forces planned a full-scale attack the next morning, but Leo, he had other plans. Along with his best friend, Corporal Willie Arsenault, Leo volunteered for a night reconnaissance mission to scout enemy positions. It was supposed to be a stealth mission, but Leo decided to do something crazy, as he generally did. He was going to take the city himself. I'm not making this up. I promise. Tragedy struck early on. Willie was killed in a firefight, leaving Leo alone. But instead of retreating, he got mad, and then he got creative. He grabbed all the grenades and weapons he could carry and started his one-man war. Moving throughout the city under the cover of darkness, he attacked Nazi outposts, throwing grenades and firing his machine gun to make it seem like a full assault was happening. He captured a German officer, bluffed that the Canadian Army was coming, and convinced him to order a retreat. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me further, head over to themandatoryfunday.com and pick up some merch. We got hats, we got sweatshirts, we got coffee mugs. The only thing that we don't have for sale is the will to live. Members of my website get 20% off merchandise. They can message me directly, and they get exclusive content associated with many of the videos I post. But let's get back to the story. All night, Leo ran from street to street, creating chaos, attacking in different areas to make the Nazis think they were surrounded. By dawn, the Germans actually abandoned the city. When Canadian troops arrived the next morning, they found Zwolle completely liberated by a single Canadian soldier. Most people would retire after something like that, but not Leo Major. 5 years later, he volunteered for the Korean War, joining the same regiment, and guess what? He pulled off another impossible feat. In 1951, Leo and his unit defended a crucial hill against a massive Chinese counterattack. While most forces would have retreated, Leo led a counter-assault, pushing back an entire division with only about 20 men. His actions earned him the Distinguished Conduct Medal, making him one of the few soldiers in the Canadian military to receive the honor twice. You remember when I told you about the city he captured? I think that was the first time. Leo Major didn't just win battles, he rewrote what was possible in war. A one-eyed soldier who refused to die, refused to back down, and refused to let entire cities fall to tyranny. He passed away in 2008, but in the Netherlands, especially in Zwolle, his name is legendary. Every year, the people of Zwolle honor the crazy Canadian who single-handedly freed their city. Leo Major wasn't just a soldier, he was an unstoppable force. Leo Major wasn't just a soldier, he was a legend. His story deserves to be remembered, and if you enjoyed this video, help keep his legacy alive. Like the video, comment on the video, and share your thoughts. I want to hear what you have to say. I love highlighting members of the armed forces in our NATO militaries. I really, really do. I'll tell you, I've worked with the Canadians just a little bit while I was at Fort Lewis, Washington, and they love Guinness. I'll tell you that right now, they love it. And they are also fierce and honorable warriors. It fills me with pride to know that we are allied with Canada. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.